I mean, it's one thing. Like, you sent me some screenshots that you were quite upset with some of the stuff that fans were saying. Um, what was it that's got you so upset and fired up about what they've been saying?
Because they don't know the full story of what's going on in my life at the moment. Like they just assume stuff, what's going on, but they don't know the full story. I'm since last year, I've been having with work, all kind of stuff. So money's been being a problem lately. So that's why, but you don't know the full story of what's going on.
Sure. Sure. I mean, well, I feel like the fans only know what gets put out there, and personal business.
Yeah,
I don't think any promoter is going to put out a personal business and go, the reason why I'm not running a show is because financially I can't do it. It's just the
yeah,
show's rescheduled. It is what it is. Tickets weren't being sold enough. Um,
yeah.
there's been people in the industry that have said stuff as well. Um, and I feel like when you're looking at things on surface level, it's easy to make that assumption and it's easy to sort of to make that call. Do you feel like you've been unfairly treated?
Yeah, I do. Like, you haven't given me a chance to, to say anything or, you just, put out assumptions. This person said this person said that. Like, you don't know the truth from me. Like,
Mm. So, well, getting into the truth of it, like there was two shows scheduled for March. They got rescheduled. FWA announced last year that you were going to cease operation. Then it was we're going to move to Melbourne.
yeah.
Where is your business at?
At the moment, I'm doing pretty good now. So May is definite. May is going to definitely happen with no cancellations going forward. Hopefully,
Mm-hmm.
as long as work keeps going for me, I'll be fine going forward.
Sure. Do you feel that you as a promoter and as a performer that you do get unfairly treated? Do you feel like there is a bit of people that are quick to throw shade on you?
Yeah, there is, and I feel like it's just something stuff like in the past that's happened to me that they keep throwing stuff at me and they don't, think they can see improvement. There is improvement. There is an improvement for me to, I've learned, from my mistakes, what I've done in the past. I've made sure I don't do them ever again.
Sure. I mean, one of the things that comes into play, and one of the things that it does get talked about, and to me, honestly, like I've been places, and I've said on this podcast before, what I mean, and that I've seen people, and I've checked a couple of people that have spoken poorly about you in a way which I felt was in a way disrespectful. And like say what you will about you as a performer, as a promoter, whatever. But to say the things that I've heard said about you, I feel are unfair because I don't feel like you are a threat to anybody. I don't feel like you have you're malicious in any way. Like I feel like you're harmless in a lot of ways, but I feel like you are the one person that does cop a lot of flack.
Yeah, yeah, I am. Yeah, yeah, I feel.
Mm. Why is that though? Like what is it about you that sort of gets people sort of feeling the need to talk shit?
I don't know. They just do it on their own. Like they feel like they have to attack someone like me because I'm not because I've not booked a lot in shows, other shows and whatnot. I just do FWA majority of the time,
Mm.
and like no one sees me as as a great wrestler in Australia at the moment. They just see me as 5 year that runs FWA.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm more than that.
I feel like there is, and I feel like FWA, that is a one man operation, and we've had talks in the past, and I feel like you know, like the way that FWA shows are booked are sometimes a little like you have good performers on your shows. Like
Yeah.
I don't think there's been a show where you haven't had like top level talent performing on the show from bell to bell. Um, do you feel booking is an area that you can improve?
Oh, most definitely. Like, I've always when I watch Australian shows like MCW, PWA, etc.
Mm,
I take a little bit from what they're doing and put that into FDOA and do my own little spin on it. And I watch all the wrestlers of Australia. I watch every single wrestler of Australia, and just see who's good to bring in, help build my company a little more.
Mm.
Yeah.
Do you do you feel like you do get taken for a ride a little bit with FWA, like from certain performers?
Yeah. Yes and no.
Okay. Yes and no. Like, can you explain that in a little bit more detail?
Well, there are some wrestlers that have been have fucked around with me before in the past.
Mm.
I won't say names, to specific,
Sure.
but yeah, they'll say one thing, and then they'll say another thing, and then they bullshit behind my back,
Mm.
and like anyone that bullshit behind my back about FDOA or me in general, there's the door. See, I don't want to deal with your shit.
Yeah. Well, that's where like I feel like you and I have always had like honest conversations, and I feel like anything I've ever said about you, I've always said to your face, because
Yeah.
that's just how I am. You know what I mean? Like if I've questioned your booking before, and I've said I don't
Mm.
think this makes sense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I've been that direct, and I have never gone around and publicly shit on you, but I have
Yeah.
said, I have gone to you, and I have had some pretty honest conversations. I know a couple of other people have as well.
Mm.
So it's one thing, but like, do you feel like, with FWA going into Melbourne, do you feel like the international, like, is there going to be a focus more on the Australian talent and bringing in less internationals to also reduce costs down as well?
It'll be a bit of both because there's a lot since I made the announcement of going send FDOA to Melbourne. All Melbourne talent have come up to me asking, "Can I get booking? Can I get booking? Can I get booking?" Like, I'll definitely give you booking, but I want to bring everyone from Melbourne all at once. I want to
Yeah.
slowly bring everyone in because I bring everyone in from Melbourne, it'll be like I thought it'd be like a clusterfuck,
Mm.
and I don't want that. Like I want to keep it the same roster, but at the same time I'll slowly bring more new talent from Melbourne in going forward.
Yeah. I mean, what is it like with the internationals? Because like I feel like Dural, like the venue that you ran for quite a while,
Mm.
nice looking venue, but location of it is difficult for people to get to.
Yeah.
Um, what has been the strategies of you trying to change to try and draw more to get more people into it? Was it changing the venue?
Yeah, I'm changing the venue because I've got the two new venues I've got at the moment is one in St Mary's in Sydney.
Yep.
They'll be run like once a year, give or take.
Yeah.
And then Melbourne, I've gone down to what's the location? Melton,
Mhm.
and I've been out. I've been to Relentless gym show that once before, and they get good crowds there, really good crowds.
Yeah. So you're hoping like, because I feel like for FWA for the main part has been more of a passion project for you. Is that the case?
It has been, yes, it has been, yeah, yeah.